Hello mate, how are you? Can I get a word for YouTube? Just one quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, amazing. I'm of the belief that the UK is becoming a docile, conformist, sterile country ruled over by social media, elites and corporations, inhabited by individuals that let an algorithm think for them rather than being able to think critically, independently or authentically themselves. Would you agree or disagree?
But why is it just the UK? I think it's most of the places, right?
Wow, so you agree, but you'd also say it's the whole world, not just the UK?
Yeah, because I think that's where sort of everything has moved and like everything is moving that way, right?
Right.
Social media, then sort of, like.
Hello mate, you okay?
Judgment will always be there, but I think it's
Just making a YouTube video, is that okay?
Yeah, do it somewhere else, though.
Okay, we're going to leave in a second then, yeah?
Do it somewhere else. Kids are here, that's what I'm saying. We don't know you. It's private property.
Oh, okay, alright, well it's
But
just...
Isn't this a public area, though?
No, it's not.
It's a private area.
No, it's not. There's a gate there, let's see.
But gates on the other side.
I open it when I want to open it. That's for cars to drive in and out.
Yeah, but is this public?
No. That's a gate. I just open it because I want to walk out there. The family want to walk out there.
I just want to make a YouTube video, bro. I don't want to cause... Yeah? Is it really that much of a problem?
The kids in it.
Where?
This is private.
Where are the kids though?
No, it's private. Can I walk into your back garden?
Is this your back garden though?
Yes,
Because there are people...
Yeah, listen. Yeah, he lives it. Little David, he lives it. That's what I'm saying to you.
Who, him?
No, him. You walk past, he lives it.
Does he?
Yes, so walk. Just listen. This is mine. This is what I'm saying. This is mine.
This is yours, yeah?
That's my jeep, my car. That's my uncle's yard there.
Is it? This looks like an interesting...
Land yours?
Yeah?
Just go.
Half of the land.
We all own it. We all own it.
You will?
Mate, don't put it on me, will you? Turn it off.
I'm on the car, mate. I'm on the car, yeah?
Turn it off me, bro. Don't be a dick.
Alright, mate.
Turn it
Alright.
off me. Turn it
Alright.
off me now. I made one phone call and
It's
all gone.
it's on him, yeah? We're having a conversation, yeah?
Don't turn it against. Don't put it on me.
Alright.
I told you, listen, you make YouTube videos, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know your rights and wrongs, don't you? You know your rights and wrongs, yes?
Can I just say,
No,
bro?
don't say nothing. I'm talking. You know your rights and wrongs, don't you?
Okay, there's no
Right,
need
don't
to
put
get
that on me.
threatening, is
There's
there?
no threatening.
You know?
Put it on me. Don't put it on me.
Okay, alright. Well then that is threatening, isn't it?
Go
Would
away
we
now.
say that
Now-
that's threatening?
Now go away now, yeah?
We're going to walk away. Are you a smart man? Then you're better than this. Don't get angry by something so small. It's not big. It's not big. We're going to leave. We're going to leave.
I think there must be something here which is probably scared, because generally people would not be scared about.
Yeah, I know. Look, we're
There
leaving.
must be
There's no
something
problem.
illegal being
Yeah.
done there.
Easy peasy.
Don't put that on me. Don't.
Bro, I'm going to say we're all on camera, right? This is the 21st century. There's nothing unique. Well, it says we are. There's CCTV over there, yeah?
That's nice.
Well, whatever, yeah? Listen, everywhere you go, you're on camera. You live in a panopticon. You don't live in a private society. You go in Lidl's, you're on camera. You go to the train station, you're on camera. If you go and buy anything from anywhere out there, you're on camera, bro. Yeah? It doesn't matter. I'm just a young guy on YouTube. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
I respect you. I respect that.
I am the wandering wage slave, with an O, not an A. For 8 years I drifted across the world, chasing a purpose I could never quite name. I searched in temples, in deserts, in late night bars and early morning buses. I found stories, beauty, suffering, but no clear meaning. Now I'm back, home, if you can call it that, the UK. But something feels off. The streets are quiet, the eyes are downcast, and the conversations hollow. Here I see people dulled by comfort, by routine, by the slow algorithmic drip feed of distraction. A society no longer asking why, only what next. And so I wonder, am I the madman still searching for meaning in a world that gave up the search? Or have we truly become a nation of NPCs, docile, obedient, unthinking? This is my experiment, my way of clawing at a purpose. Join me as I question the UK.
Welcome to the Wandering Wage Slave with an O, not an A in wandering. I'm in a commuter town called Feltham, and Feltham is a bit of a paradox actually for the UK, because the average cost of housing is above the UK national average at £391,000, yet the unemployment statistics here are above the national average at 5.7%. So there's a bit of a story going on in this town, but let's go see what the shallow conformists, docile, passive people who inhabit this town have to say for themselves. Ooh. Hello mate, you look like an intelligent man. Can I get a word for YouTube? Is that okay? Where are you from, bro? Where are you from?
Romania.
Romania? Buona sorte? Huh?
Yeah.
Take care, bro, yeah? Take care. Hello mate, you look like an intelligent man. Can I get a word for YouTube? Nah? Where are you from, bro?
Romania.
Romania? Take care, brother. Hey, excuse me. You look like intelligent, friendly men. Can I get a word for YouTube? Is it okay or not? Nah? Okay, have a good day, yeah? Enjoy it. Where are you guys from?
Romania.
Romania, beautiful country, yeah?
Yeah.
Cluj?
Botoșani.
Botoșani, I'm not sure. I've got friends in Cluj though, yeah? Romanian culture, very beautiful, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Take care, yeah? Have a good day. Do get the vibe that it is a bit rough around here. You know? Bit unstable, unsettling, chaotic and unsafe. Hello? All good, bro? Oi, oi, how you doing? Hello, mate. People act like they don't like being on camera. The only problem is that we're all on camera 24/7 living in a panopticon anyway. Oi, oi, how you doing? Can I get a question for YouTube? You look like intelligent people. It's a good question. If you let me ask the question, and if you don't want to answer, just say no comment and I leave, yeah? Yeah? You're all like live around here in Feltham, yeah? Right? I'm of the belief that the UK is becoming a shallow, conformist, docile country ruled over by social media, elites and corporations, inhabited by individuals that let an algorithm think for them rather than being able to think critically and independently on their own. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I'd say I would agree somewhat,
Somewhat.
but obviously adults,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but on the other hand,
You agree more than you disagree, yeah? Right, are you not happy with the direction in this country is going with like modern technology and society and so on?
modern technology, it could be dangerous.
Do you think people are becoming sort of like shallow, conformist, cultures becoming homogenous? What I mean by that is like we're all becoming the same. We're not, you know, we're not becoming different anymore. We're all, you know, like youth cultures eroding away, and you know, you go to Istanbul, people act like English people act like Americans. You go to China, it's the same thing. We're all sort of in this like stage of the 21st century, all acting and behaving the same, and it's not because of immigration, it's because of technology, algorithms, social media. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no one really like stand out.
Yeah,
That could
right.
really contribute.
And you agree with that then, yeah? And I see your mates over there laughing, yeah? What do you boys think?
Yeah, we agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Roughly, why do you agree?
We're just kind of same. Yeah, you just see groups of people look the same.
Look the same, we're all dressing the same, yeah? Yeah? No individual freedom anymore, yeah? Alright, yeah, you're an intelligent guy, bro, yeah? Safe, man. What's your name?
Emil.
Emil, yeah? The Wandering Wage Slave on YouTube with an O, not an A, and Wandering, yeah? Wandering Wage Slave. Take care, yeah? Have a good day. Enjoy your bank holiday, yeah? Nice one, Emil. Take it easy. Oi, oi. Hello, mate. How are you? You alright? You look like a smart man. Can I get a word for YouTube?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Alright, cheers, mate. I'm making a video about the UK becoming a shallow, docile, conformist country ruled over by social media, corporations and elites, made up of individuals that let an algorithm think for them rather than being able to think authentically for themselves. Do you agree or disagree with that?
That's a pretty solid statement, yeah.
Yeah, you'd agree with that, would you? Why would you agree with that, bro?
Well, to a certain extent, it's like the media gets utilised as a weapon.
Yeah.
against people, so
All right.
it's like directly.
Yeah.
If they're doing something they don't want them to do.
Okay, sure.
The media, they rip up.
Alright, they chat shit, yeah. Okay, pit people against each other, yeah. This area is represented by Labour. Do you feel represented by the Labour Party? Do you live round here?
I don't live. I used to. I don't live
Oh,
there
do you?
anymore.
Right, where do you live? In Hounslow or?
Somerset.
Oh, bro, that's all the way in the countryside, mate. That's a beautiful place. I'm from Cornwall. I live up here now, unfortunately. But what are you doing in Somerset?
I work up there.
Oh, yeah?
Power plant.
Oh, nice, bro. Yeah. Are you happy with this area? You used to live around here. What do you think? You know, as an ex sort of resident, do you think it's?
It's better than it used to be, to be honest.
Is it right? So how did it used to be? Crime and.
Well, before like the Asda and everything was built up around,
Alright.
like, we're talking like 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
You look like a young guy though, man.
35.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you remember the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was what? Like, how was it in the 90s, early 2000s? Rough.
House estates, drugs.
Yeah.
People jumping off the buildings. A lot of
Really? High suicide rate, yeah? Well, what's interesting about this area is it's got a higher than the national average rate of unemployment, right? There's 5.7% unemployed people that live around here, but the average cost of housing is also above the national average. So it's like it's telling two stories, you know, like it's rich but also deprived as well. So it's a little bit confusing, this town, I think.
Yeah, no,
you know?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
you
I
got
think
yeah.
A lot of commuters, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like right on the outskirts of London. A lot of commuters who
Yeah.
can work from London.
Yeah.
Kind of all commute out. The ones who don't work in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you consider living back here again then?
Not really.
Nah,
not
Somerset's
really.
better, yeah?
It's like in the countryside.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The quality of life around here seems a bit dull
Yeah.
and expensive, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
You drinking cider down there, yeah?
I've been a little bit.
Hey, good man, brother. I've been that knife. Collecting knives, saving lives. This box is for the safe disposal of all forms of knives, weapons and bladed DIY tools from your home. Word 4 Weapons is the UK's leading weapons surrender program. Oh shit. Get a life, get a life, bin a knife. Full of shit. Alright, mate. No? Hello. For YouTube, it's okay? For YouTube? English?
No.
Sorry. Romania? Beautiful country. Beautiful country. English? Take care, brother. Sorry. YouTube. I'm making a YouTube video, brother. Yeah. It's okay? It's okay, yeah? No problem? Cluj?
Yeah.
Bucharest? Cluj? Cluj is beautiful, yeah? Thank you very much, yeah? Okay, later, yeah? Yeah. Oh, okay, food, yeah? Only card. Later, I come back, okay? Thank you. 1 minute. It's like being back in Turkey, actually. I mean, obviously they're not Turkish, but, you know, just the sort of wear, the dresses and so on that they were wearing, it was interesting. Remind me of being in Turkey. Look at this, English flags. Hello mate, how are you? You okay? You enjoying your bank holiday weekend? Can I get a word for YouTube? Can I ask you a question? No? Okay, is that your flag? No? English? Not English. Oh, okay. Take care, brother. Not English, but you like the English flag. Take care, bro. Making friends with the locals already. Hey, mate, do you live round here?
Yeah.
Is it a good place round here? Is it safe? What's it like? Safe, you sure? I'm filming a video for YouTube. Can I ask you a question, yeah?
Yeah.
I think the UK now, and I want to know if you agree or disagree, is inhabited by shallow, docile conformists who let an algorithm think for them. The UK is a country that's ruled over by social media, elites and corporations.
Yeah.
And people are incapable of thinking independently and authentically, and therefore let an algorithm think for them. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree with that.
You agree, do you? Why? Can you tell me why? Can you elaborate why?
Because the UK's getting like too populated and that, yeah. So, like,
Right.
we need like less people come in.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, to get like better jobs and everything.
Yeah.
Because like when people come in, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We take like the jobs and everything from us.
Okay.
Everything will just be like okay for us.
All right, this town, Feltham, has, it's interesting because the average price of a house is above the national average, yet the unemployment rate is also above the national average. So this is quite an interesting area. What is the problem with Feltham? Yeah, all right. Crime rate.
Yeah.
So it's an angry town.
Yeah, something like that. But some places are peaceful, but like, some places are really, really dangerous.
So you don't think it's a safe area like you said before then, no?
Nah, not this. Like this. Well, this one's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But like around like the Feltham station, yeah.
Right.
Like, not, like,
What's bad about Feltham station?
like some gangs and that.
Gangs, really? Right, okay. What causes that? Is it political issues? Is it societal issues? Like, you know, why are people angry? Are they angry because of unemployment, no jobs, lack of education maybe?
There are jobs though, but like,
Yeah, well-paying jobs that can provide good opportunity and good...
say so, though, but
Yeah,
there's some like bad influence on society as well.
yeah. All right, bad influence on society, yeah? This area is represented by Labour. Do you feel well represented by that political party?
Yeah,
You do?
My little sister benefits from it because like they get free school meals and that.
Okay.
You don't have to pay for it.
All right, okay. Your little sister benefits from the Labour government and representation for Feltham, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Last question then. I want to know what algorithm or what the algorithm is saying to you on social media. Can you give me an idea of any political page or any page in general that you follow on social media? Where do you get your news from, for example?
I got from BBC News.
BBC News, yeah? Anything else? Any other place like...
Fight Side UK.
Yeah? No like Andrew Tate, none of that shit? Nah? You're a good man, alright.
Yeah, I love my education.
Yeah? You're a smart man, bro, yeah? Alright. Safe, bro, yeah? Take care.
Yeah.
The Wandering Wage Slave on YouTube, yeah?
Thank you.
Peace out, bro. Nice one. So train station's over there, Lidl's is there. This is the area that said, the young man said was rife with sort of crime and gangs. I think there's actually like somewhat of a traveller site around here, actually. Hello guys, you guys look like intelligent men. Can I get a word for YouTube? Yeah? Just one important question, yeah? Really important question, can I ask you? What are you doing? Take care, have a really good bank holiday weekend, yeah? Thanks anyway, bro. I appreciate it. You look like a happy man. Take care, brother. Take care. Yeah, so as I was saying, it looks like this is a sort of traveller's site or former traveller's site. I don't know what the locals will feel about me filming around here. You know, warning. Okay, makes it to the gate in 4 seconds flat. How fast are you? Definitely not as fast as that. So I won't be knocking on his door. Yeah, no parking. White Hart Lane, so we must have some Spurs fans. Tottenham fans. Oh, already I can hear a dog barking. It's probably the dog that makes it to the gate in 4 seconds flat. So away I step. I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. I like dogs, but not the kind of dogs that probably reside around here. This reminds me of the Gezi condos in Turkey, and you know, interesting about Turkey being a developing country, the new modern infrastructure around the sort of more dated infrastructure is definitely, it definitely resembles the Gezi condos in Turkey, you know, it's gentrifying, isn't it? You know, new housing developments built, you know, overlooking the lesser developed areas of Feltham, the town. Some interesting things people have in their gardens here. I guess these people, this used to be a sort of former fair ride. It hasn't been used in a long time, least we forget. So it must be English, British people living there, even on the van, living the nightmare, chasing the dream. Well, I'd actually agree with that. That's exactly what I'm doing, living the nightmare. I'm living in dystopian Britain in 2025. I'm not exactly thrilled to be here. Of course, I'm privileged to be a British citizen, sure. You know, access to the pound, a first world passport that allows me into numerous different countries, even though we've been annexed from the EU, and still go there. Shipping containers. I guess that's just for storage. And a beat up caravan. Let's have a look at the caravan. Wonder what if there is a story, what the story would be of this place. Hello mate, how are you? Can I get a word for YouTube? Just one quick question.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, amazing. I'm of the belief that the UK is becoming a docile, conformist, sterile country ruled over by social media, elites and corporations, inhabited by individuals that let an algorithm think for them rather than being able to think critically, independently or authentically themselves. Would you agree or disagree?
But why is it just the UK? I think it's most of the places, right?
Wow, so you agree, but you'd also say it's the whole world, not just the UK?
Yeah, because I think that's where sort of everything has moved and like everything is moving that way, right?
Right.
Social media,
Yeah.
and artificial intelligence,
Right.
has been sort of taking us over.
Okay, and do you think that social media and AI is taking away our individual freedom? Slowly?
Well, I think freedom is depends on how we want to see freedom.
All right, it's complex.
It's if you want to see from an individual perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I am free, you are free, we are here.
Yeah.
That's freedom for us.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
If you want to see freedom from a perspective of what is it that we are being fed,
Yeah.
then of course that's being governed by algorithm and the media, right?
Yeah,
But at
okay.
the same time, I have an option to
Okay.
say yes or no to.
Okay.
So I think it all boils down to to which narrow extent or to which wider extent you want to go for freedom, and how much consciousness somebody has.
Wow, okay.
about
Some people might say, though, that is the illusion of free will, right? We're not really free because of the limited amount of choices we have.
We don't have limited amount of choices. We have unlimited amount of choices.
Do we, though? Are you sure?
Yeah, okay, in which context are we speaking, right? If you go to a Tesco store,
Yeah.
the amount of options you have is unlimited.
Well, is it, though? Because surely, let's say you're on a budget, then the limit gets smaller and narrower. You know, for example,
I think the question more is around, we have unlimited, I believe we have a lot more options.
Yeah.
But the question is, are those options available?
It's relative,
Are they
right?
really good? Are they
Yeah.
really conducive to us as a human being?
Sure.
You know, I think, and that's where the problem is, because
Sure.
90% of those things are not at all good for us, and that applies to anything in life.
Okay, but that might also narrow down our free will as well. But what I want to say, this is a great conversation, very philosophical, and you're very intelligent. Why I mentioned the UK becoming a hyper-conformist, docile, sleepy society is because I think hyper-modern or so-called first world, if first world countries really really exist are becoming more conformist. I lived in Turkey previously, which is a developing country. Some parts are really developed, some parts are quite undeveloped, and there it seemed to be more authentic. There was more culture, vibrancy. Now it seems, you look at the architecture around here, it's very minimalistic.
But
and
that's always been the case with UK, right? If you go around,
Okay.
if you go around anywhere, I think comparing two different societies,
Yeah.
looking at their history,
Yeah.
it's a bit misleading.
Okay.
Turkey,
All right.
I mean, originally come from India, right?
Okay.
So if you were to if you
Let's
talk
talk.
from
Yeah.
India, right?
Yeah.
So India is a developing nation. It's still a developing
Sure.
nation.
Sure.
And a developing nation has a lot more room to grow.
Right. Wow.
As compared to a developed nation.
Yeah.
So you would, the things are different. Here you would not see massive, large scale different buildings or stuff. They would have more of conformity in
Yeah.
terms of
Yeah.
houses. You go
Like this. Yeah. Right.
But then that doesn't necessarily define
Okay.
the freedom
Yeah.
in context.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
For some people, it may be like, oh, it's very monotonic, very boring. When I first came to England,
Yeah.
I found the houses to be very boring. Like you go to any street, it's all the same.
It
It's the
sucks the individual freedom from my very soul, from my very being.
It does, but then I got
Yeah.
used to it over the years.
Right.
You know?
Okay. All right. Desensitized, maybe, or just sort
No,
of.
not desensitized. It's an acceptance that
Yeah.
we are in a different society.
Right.
And before we start judging any society,
Yeah.
we first have to understand the history.
Okay.
That gives us a bit of an education around what the society was, what it was.
Yeah.
And an important thing is, I can't be comparing my country like India
Right.
to something like UK
Okay.
on one-on-one basis.
Sure,
Because
sure.
then I can lead to any conclusion.
All right.
Then there's no.
Okay.
end,
Would you say that British architecture, albeit it's boring, it's not built for aesthetic, it's built for utility, meaning it has a purpose and the purpose is housing. It's not supposed to look good. Like, for example, I know that you don't want to compare India and the UK or Turkey and the UK, but at least what we could say about the UK is that the level of homelessness is a lot less than somewhere like India, a lot less, and therefore, even though the architecture is boring, it serves a purpose. There is a purpose rather than just slums.
Well, the thing is, in a countries like India, individuals have the full freedom how they want to define the architecture, how
Right.
they want to design it.
Okay.
Here you have to take an approval.
Yeah, it's more bureaucratic, rationalized.
And there's a standardized format, right? Like,
Yeah.
for example, you gotta have a 60% of the garden, etc.
Yeah. Planning permission if you want to build an extension.
Right?
Yeah.
In some ways, you may say, oh, it's like that, but in other ways, it's actually good in the sense that because when you don't have the individual sort of
Freedom. Yeah.
because what happens when you have individual freedom? People go and start extending their territories onto the mainland.
Yeah.
People start
Okay.
extending onto the other areas.
Sure.
Like there are these things that
Okay.
exist as well.
Yeah.
But coming to your question on freedom, see, I love freedom.
Okay. Does freedom really exist? But okay, you like freedom.
I
Yeah.
love freedom, and one of the things I love about the UK is it just gives you freedom. For example, coming from India, I won't be able to travel to different countries of the world.
Right. Okay.
UK passport, you're free.
Okay.
To carry, right?
Yeah. Okay.
In society, nobody sort of judges you. You are free because nobody's gonna pinpoint and poke or have judgments around you. You have freedom. In India, you walk around just one street and you will have thousands of eyes looking upon you, judging upon you.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Which will constrict your freedom because you don't want to go and do anything.
Interesting. That goes against my belief, but I understand what you're saying. When I look at the UK, I feel that it's a hyper-conformist society. I think that people won't look at you so long as you fit in. You're dressed, like me and you, we're dressed quite similarly.
I think UK is one of the most open societies.
Right.
From that perspective.
Okay. Probably true. Yeah.
They have a very open mind. Yes, certain sort of.
Yeah.
Like.
Hello, mate. You okay?
Judgment will always be there, but I think it's
just making a YouTube video. Is that okay?
Yeah, do it somewhere else, though.
Okay, we're going to leave in a second then, yeah?
Do it somewhere else. Kids are here, that's what I'm saying. We don't know you. It's private property.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, it's just.
Isn't this a public area though?
No, it's not.
It's a private area.
No, it's not. There's a gate there, let's see.
But gates on the other side.
I open it when I want to open it. That's for cars to drive in and out.
Yeah, but is this public?
No. That's a gate. I just open it because I want to walk out there. The family want to walk out there.
I just want to make a YouTube video, bro. I don't want to cause.
Out there, then.
Yeah? Is it really that much of a problem?
The kids in there.
Where?
This is private.
Where are the kids though?
Doesn't matter, it's private. Can I walk into your back garden?
Is this your back garden though?
Yes,
Because
it
there
is.
are people.
Yeah, listen, yeah, he lives it. Little David, he lives it. That's what I'm saying to you.
Who, him?
No, him, you walk past, he lives it.
Does he?
Yes, I'm saying, walk, just listen, this is mine. This is what I'm saying, this is mine.
This is yours,
that's
yeah?
That's my jeep, my car, that's my uncle's yard there.
Is it? This looks like an
Is this land
interesting.
yours?
Yeah.
Just go, that's what I'm saying to you.
All right.
Is this your land? Is this land yours?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This is an issue with the UK, is the sort of like private property. This is mine, you know, commodity sort of, you know, capitalism, free market capitalism. Are we really free? You know, he's kicking us off, so-called
I mean, in all fairness,
free.
if this is a private property,
I don't think it is, but yeah.
that's
How do you know it? How do you know it?
I don't think it is. Did you buy this?
Yeah,
this drive?
This is all of ours. This is
Yeah.
all of ours. This was the gate there. If this wasn't ours,
Mm.
then obviously that gate wouldn't be
gate
there.
could be for protection, so we're not debating about the gate. It's more around this. So, you know, if this is a private property and if this person really owns the land, this
Yeah.
is half of the
We
land.
all own it. We all own it.
You will.
Turn it off, mate. Don't put it on me, will you? Turn it off.
I'm on the car, mate. I'm on the car, yeah?
Turn it off me, bro. Don't be a dick.
All right, mate.
Turn
All
it off
right.
me.
All
Turn
right.
it off me now. I made one phone call and
It's
all be gone.
it's on him, yeah? We're having a conversation,
Don't
yeah?
turn it against. Don't put it on me.
All right.
I told you, listen. You make YouTube videos, yeah?
Yeah.
So you know your rights and wrongs, don't you? You know your rights and wrongs, yes?
Can I just say,
No,
bro?
don't say nothing. I'm talking. You know your rights and wrongs, don't
Okay,
you?
there's no
Right, don't
need to
put
get
that on me.
threatening, is
There's
there?
No threatening.
You know?
Put it on me. Don't put it on me. Don't
Okay,
smash it to
all right.
pieces.
Well, then that is threatening, isn't
Go
it? Would
away
we
now.
say that
Now-
that's threatening?
Now go away now, yeah?
We're going to walk away.
Put-
There's no
listen,
need to
listen.
get that angry, though, is there?
Listen.
No need to let
Get
this
that,
situation
please.
beaten you, you know?
Listen, get that,
Bro,
please.
are you a smart man? Then you're better than this. Don't get angry by something so small. It's not big. It's not big. We're going to leave. We're going to leave.
I think there must be something here which is probably scared, because generally people would not be scared about.
Yeah, I
something,
know.
you
Look, we're
There
leaving.
must be
There's no
something
problem.
illegal being
Yeah.
done there.
Easy peasy.
Don't put that on me. Don't.
Bro, I'm going to say we're all on camera, right? This is the 21st century. There's nothing unique. Well, it says we are. There's CCTV over there, yeah?
That's nice.
Well, whatever, yeah? Listen, everywhere you go, you're on camera. You live in a panopticon. You don't live in a private society. You go in Lidl's, you're on camera. You go to the train station, you're on camera. If you go and buy anything from anywhere out there, you're on camera, bro. Yeah? It doesn't matter. I'm just a young guy on YouTube. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
I respect that.
Okay, then. All right, we'll leave.
But let me tell you
Easy
something.
peasy.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you something. When I say this isn't public, take my word for it.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Fine.
That's
But-
what I'm saying.
that-
Don't try and question me.
No.
I'm not
Well,
threatening.
oh, no.
Police have it, police, let me tell you
I'm
something.
sorry.
But bro, you said you'd smash the camera. If you don't want to do that, then there's no issue. We're cool.
Listen,
Yeah?
listen,
All right.
Yourself, not the police.
I don't need to though, do I? Like, you know,
You'll beat yourself. Like I said, if I put my camera on you, what am I going to do?
I wouldn't.
Look, if you're trespassing your property, the best would be you call the police and say you're trespassing. That's
Listen, I'm not a policeman. I don't need. I deal with myself.
it. Huh?
I deal with it myself.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
need the
we don't
police.
need to, we
Forget
don't.
about the police. Like you said a minute ago.
Bro.
This is the problem with day and age.
Is it?
Think if the normal rule.
But how are you gonna?
Yourself.
No, the normal
You
rule.
be a man.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
you
no,
actually
no.
wanna say.
No, no,
Be
no,
a
no.
man.
No, no, no.
Not
Some-
yourself.
some-
Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right in some.
There are.
Look, bro. No, I believe the police protect private property. So in a sense, they're only going to protect you. Actually, no. But what, do you really need protection from us? Like, are we really in danger or danger to you? You know? Yeah.
We're simply walking, having conversations, and walking around. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
We'll go. We'll walk around. We'll walk away. Okay. You did. The first time. All right. What? Okay, brother. One thing I
Well,
will
yeah, that's
say.
the question though. Questioning is a normal thing for any human being.
What do you want to question? I've told you to leave my property. What do you want?
Well-
Can I walk into your house?
No,
We're not in. We're outside technically though.
walking into your
Technically
house.
we're outside.
We're not walking.
But that's gated, isn't it? Yeah.
No, so is that. But it's open. So I leave it open. Simple.
That's fair enough.
So if your gate's open for your property, can I walk in?
No, you
No, then, my friend. That's
So
it.
are you telling me like you own this but they don't own it?
No, they don't.
Like, but what happens? What would happen though if
You're on a section. Please.
half of it. Half
They
of
own
it.
this section.
yeah? So what if we walked into that section? You'd have no jurisdiction.
Wait for the people to get up.
few train stops. That's all it takes to travel between two completely different Britons. Earlier today, I was in Feltham, a place that to many feels dull, depressing, even unwelcoming. But there's a certain honesty to it. People there don't wear masks. They don't pretend. It's grounded, raw, more in touch with reality, however bleak that reality may be. While filming, something strange happened. A man came out of a caravan and threatened us, angry that we were recording nearby. He claimed it was private land, though it seemed open to the public. But what struck me wasn't the threat, it was the instinct behind it. Was this man a violent conformist, defending rules, space and authority without question? There was no curiosity, no reflection, just hostility. He claimed to be a traveller, but travellers in the UK, especially those in static caravans, tend to challenge private property, not enforce it. So what exactly was he defending and why? Now I'm here in central London, caught between Soho and Waterloo, where culture spills into the streets. Art exhibitions, theatre shows, rooftop bars, music on every corner. The buildings here don't just serve a function, they're crafted, curated, aestheticised. It's a place where life feels more expressive, but also more performative. Here people play roles. The openness, the liberalism, the culture, it can feel like a facade. Enlightenment sold at a premium. But here's the paradox. Even in this carefully lit theatre of wealth and culture, I filmed rats, real ones, in a beautiful upscale corner of the city, because in London you're never more than a metre away from a rat, no matter how expensive the pavement beneath your feet. And maybe that's the metaphor. For all its sophistication, this city can't escape its truth. And in Britain, especially London, class isn't just about what you earn or where you live. It's embedded in how you speak, how you dress, and what you know, and what you pretend not to know. Class is a culture, a code. So the question remains, what's the real identity of Britain in 2025? Is it the quiet realism of places like Feltham, or the glittering performance of the city? And which Britain are you a part of? Or are we all just rats in different costumes?